There's only one picture on the top. Where do I see where I switch between the cameras?
Oh, understood. Let's go back to studio mode.
Okay. Thank you. Hi everybody. Okay, I'm back. We got all the technical issues worked out. And so we are working in the Design Shop software that goes with the Melco EMT16x machine, and we are creating a straw hat that has lettering that goes around it, and how to line it up, because this is done with some multiple hoopings. We're gonna have to do this several times. I believe this one was 3 hoopings. So we've got our arc for our hat. We're at 9 inches. I have the printouts. So I'm ready to go over and try to line these up and start hooping. I'm going to switch the camera to the overhead. Okay. Alright. So, I also got my hoop set up. I need to get these pieces cut down a little bit smaller so I can work with them. Alright. See, I got my center here. There. That should be good. So it's gonna kind of start to look like this. These pieces, I'm gonna have to tape them together to get it. This is still a little bit bigger than my piece of paper. There, that'll work. It's craft time. Come and sit for a spell. Alright. So, we got happy and days, and you can see how 2 inches just got really, really big on this hat. So what I'm looking at when I'm laying this down is the center line of my design, and I want it to go straight in from the outside of the hat because that's going to tilt it. And I'm going to go about 2 ridges up to the bottom of my letters. Just going to kind of feel where that is, and I'm going to pin it in place. There we go. Alright. Happy looks a little funky because it's got these letters that drop below the line. So I have to actually go with kind of here at the bottom of my P and here at the bottom of my H to get this lined up. Just looks weird because of these letters. It's gonna drop lower. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Maybe a little bit more curve. Still gonna come down. I'm looking at my line. Alright. It's an optical illusion. Top of my big letter, the bottom of the low letter, curves. That's why you almost gotta trust the lines. Okay. That is gonna be great. How's that look? Is that upside down? No, that's right side up. Yay! So there's my hooping. So it'll be 1 sew out and 2 sew outs. So the next thing I'm gonna have to do is get my hoop ready. So it's kind of, the hoop I chose is the 17 by 11, and I picked this one just so that you don't have to buy any special hoops in order to achieve this sew out. There are some really fabulous hoops you can get that makes hooping much easier, but they're all going to be an investment. I can always post a link to those, as well as maybe add another video with those. I'm using a 1.8 ounce tearaway. It's kind of what I use for everything. Put that on the floor out of the way. And I'm gonna hoop this tearaway really nice and tight. So I'm almost gonna have no space in my screw. It's gonna be together because I want this really, really tight, like a drum when I hoop it. Okay, excellent. That's nice and tight. And that is going to do great. So then I'm just going to think about how this goes in my machine. So it's going to go in with the little curve on the top right hand corner. So the hat's going to have to come out towards me so that it doesn't get up underneath the machine. And I'm just going to pick a good happy place on this hoop because it doesn't really matter where I put it. I'm just going to orientate the design in the software later. So I'm just going to find a place that I like, that I can get a good pinning on the hat, and I'm going to be real gentle. And I have these other pens that I use. They're flexible. They're made for working with silk flowers, and I like them because I can bend it when I need to go down and up without pulling my tearaway loose. There, that should be great. I'm about an inch away from my design, so it shouldn't be in the way. Alright, how's that? Perfect. I think I might be a little bit out of the camera when I'm doing it. So basically all I did was this. If you can see it, one big long pen here, and one big long pen here. So I think I'm going to try to put one here right on the very, very edge, just to kind of support it in the different direction. But I'm going to make sure that I'm well away from the end of this P. Very, very edge. Because you don't want to strike one of these. You'll break a needle for sure. Come out the top. There you go. Okay. Yeah, that should be well away from my embroidery. Okay. So, now I'm going to pick my reference points because I'm going to use the laser alignment tool in the software so that I can tell it where the design is, and it's going to orientate it for me. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.5 inches out. I'm going to go as far away as I can. And I'm just going to kind of circle that reference point. And that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, is the half right there? Really? 2, 3, 4.5. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, it's here. Half. Alright. And then when I load the design, I'm just gonna put those points in and it's gonna line it right up and stitch it right there for me. Alright, so I'm gonna get this popped onto the machine. Let me switch the camera. Voila! We have camera angle. Okay. So you'll notice on my machine I have the tabletop. I can post a link to the tabletop as well, but I really love the tabletop, especially when I'm doing in the hoop things like this. They work great. Alright, I'm locked in and ready. Oh, you know how to get all the chats together? That's great. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch to my screen so I can show you loading the design. Haha, it always looks funny until I get there. Okay, first word we're doing is happy. Happy. And I need it to go upside down. So I'm gonna do that in the machine. File, machine, we're gonna load it. Should be right over in the machine, and it's not. Where did my machine go? I lost the machine again. It dropped off since I started. Alright. Let me get this machine going. It was up. Oh. It's gotta be the Ethernet. Oh, nope, it's there. Okay. Turn the machine off real quick for me and turn it back on. Because it says it's there, or it wants to be friends. My Ethernet port is going out in my computer, and so it just randomly decides to not talk to my machine. Sorry. Machine. Come on, come on. You could do it. Yay! Alright, we got machine. Okay, let's reset this and make sure it's ready. Alright, I'm gonna go over to Design Shop. We have our word happy. We're gonna send it to the machine this time and it's gonna work. Yay, it's working! Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is make sure that I have the hoop selected. My 17 by 11. I'm in the right hoop. And I'm going to flip the design upside down in the machine. Excellent. So now I'm gonna set my colors. There's not really anything but one color, and I want it to be, I think I'm gonna do purple. I just love purple, so it's gonna be purple. Alright. Gonna raise my minimum preset to 6. That should be good to give room to go through this hat. Let's see, my bobbin is good. Yep, and ready. Alright, so change camera view. Camera view to tripod. Alright, So it's not quite the best view to see how to do this, but basically I have back to the right just a smidge. There you go. Jerry the dog and a tripod. They don't get along. Okay. So basically I have my paper and I have my first reference point and it's over here, and my second reference point, it's over here. And I'm just gonna get there and you'll see how this works. So the first step is just to go to my first reference point over here without knocking all my tools off the side. And Drew's gonna set up my multiple chat so I can check out and see what everybody's saying. Alright, so next I'm gonna program this point in, which is the laser left arrow. And then I'm gonna go to my second reference point, which is the hoop and the arrow keys. Get over to my other reference point. I'm way off, like by 1.5 inches, but it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm on my second reference point, so I'm going to program this one, and I want it to be exactly even between there, so that's a laser left arrow, and then the laser bullseye, so that it reloads that design. Okay, so I'm gonna push the hat down so I make sure I don't run into it, and I'm gonna do a trace. So you can kind of see it's just rotated and twisted, and I'll pull up the software so you can see the way it looks on the screen. I'm gonna do the grabber in. Oh, there's like a little app to chat. Cool. Well, somebody say hi. That's okay. Okay, how do I switch? Yeah, I want to go to the screen. And, yeah. To Melco, okay. Hey, Shauna. Okay, so you can kind of see how the letter definitely is not straight across. It's definitely curving up this way. I'm going to attempt to do a trace. We'll see if it actually succeeds. Oh yeah, we're going to be fine. Perfect. Yeah, so now all I have to do is pull the pins that are holding my paper in place, and I can stitch the word happy. So it's probably going to get loud, but I'm going to hit the go button. And I'm at 1,000 stitches per minute as well, if you wanted to know my speed. Okay, tools. I'm gonna maybe mute the mic and check out chat. Chat was there. Hi, Shauna. I hope you can still hear me. Gonna switch the camera. There it goes. Maybe? Is that it? Nope. That's funny. I've already lost the little bubble that he set up for me for chat. Sounds like something I would do. Bumped up to 900 speed. You can believe it. Yes, can hear you. Okay. Yeah, and I'm running pretty slow at 1,000, just because of being on the straw, and the chances of bird needles are pretty high. How are you today? I can't really find the mute button either. What are you sewing? Busy with shirts? Awesome. Corporate logos are good. Corporate logos are fine. This is more fun. It's doing pretty good as well. I should have put Solvay on top of it. That's really sifting out much better than my other one I did with the black lettering. Yeah, so basically I had someone send me a message and ask me how to do this, so I thought I would do a little training video. I'm also going to go back later and edit out like all of the stitching and stuff like that, and have like a real condensed video. Ooh, I think I found it where to mute the mic so it's not so loud for a second, unless it sounds okay. Just let me know. I can keep talking. I don't know if you were here for the first half of the video or not. That shows how I set up the design and curve the lettering. Hey, I got chat on my phone. So I can do this. I can show you this while that's sewing. Switch the camera. And so this is the hat that I made to wear to Disney when I go. Started out with just the out of office, and then of course I had to make some like applique little ears and hand stitch those on for when we went to the Flower and Garden Festival. And then I did the event like smaller with the same curve, and then I did this one a little bit wider when we went to the Food and Wine and played around with having multiple fonts. This font here, this like script at that size, it was just so small, and it just fell in. I should have picked like a just a block to do festival there, but you know, you learn. It was the first time I had done something that small, not detailed, so. Future's building. This is sewing beautifully. Sounds not too bad. Awesome, thanks. Maybe my clip headset's not too bad. Standing on the other side of the room helps as well. It's on the second piece, so it's doing pretty good. I can switch back to the machine view. It's mesmerizing. In the camper, everything is shaking. Up, up. Yep. Ooh, I bet, is it out of bobbin? Nope. Not out of bobbin. It just actually finally decided that it had had enough. And a real break. I don't even have my little scissors. And that would probably be because of my speed. Maybe my active feed's still a little too low at 6. I'm just gonna back it up and keep going. If it breaks again, then I'll probably change the needle. The whole trailer is shaking. Yay, one more letter. Alright. When this is done, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some tape across just so it doesn't catch the top of that hat, so I don't have to stand here with my finger. Done. Awesome. Alright, let me switch the camera. There There's the button. Okay. So the fun part is all of the work was done earlier when I laid all my pieces of paper down. 'Cause now I'm just gonna unpin it. Before I lose these, I'm gonna put them on my pin cushion. And then I'm just gonna pull this out. Ta-da! Happy. And see how days just goes right on around? Excellent. Alright, I do need a new piece of backing. Get rid of this one. And cut a new piece. Got that on. Nice and tight. Lay my second hat piece down, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Find a good place. Just a happy place anywhere. Could be like the happy little tree guy. Could be like the happy little embroidery. And over here, we're just gonna have some happy days. Alright. A little closer to the edge. Without stabbing myself. Yay! Okay. Excellent. Because it's bugging me. Threads. Okay. Slide it back in. And then we load our next design. And I'll be ready for the beach. With my mask and my socially distanced. Right, we'll go back to the screen. And that is days. Load. And then all we really need to do is flip this one twice so it's upside down. Excellent. And same color, just do my points. Aha! I forgot to mark them before I put it on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. Okay. Program in the point. Oh, let me change the screen for you. There. Okay. Marked my points. Alright. Reference point 1. Perfect. Laser left again. Oh, my hand's kind of in the way, and haha. Let's see. Move that back a little. Ha. Laser left and laser bullseye. Pencil. Yep, we're on. So at this point, I'm just gonna pull out the pins. And away we go. Busy with shirts, busy with shirts, busy with shirts. Oh my gosh, it keeps saying the same thing over and over. That's weird. I see in the chat box, like, it looks like Shauna keeps saying busy with the shirts every 5 minutes. Every minute. That's weird. Unless she's throwing in there that she's finished a shirt every time, or it's some things like redoing multiple chats from YouTube, it looks like. Alright. No, don't know what's happening, only see it once here. Yeah, okay, it must be something in the, like, system where it's, oh, see, look, there's my second thread break. I'm changing the needle. You know what? I gotta take this thing off in order to do that. Alright. Yeah. The hat is just abusive to the needle, so it's not a big deal. We'll change a needle. And I'm using a big needle too. Let's see, probably can't even see it. Okay, needles. I don't know where the needles are. Okay. Okay. I moved the color to 15. Awesome. 15. Okay, get all these threads now. Huh. Okay. What? New bobbin. That too. They're here, I know it. Oh, there they are as I look over and see the box. There we go. Needles, scissors, everything. Yeah, I have 90 14s laying here in case 7511s aren't strong enough like that. For the straw. 90s going in. Okay, 90 needle is in because we've gone through 2. I did not put my tape. I threatened to do it. Watching you. Hi. Hi, Miss Julia. How are you? If I'm not getting your Facebook chat, I'm working on seeing all the chats. So, Miss Julia, you missed the beginning of the day, but basically, if you haven't figured it out, I was doing how to hoop a wide brim straw hat, even though this one's made of paper. Multiple hoopings and getting it to curve around the hat. So I came up with, so I'm doing a live basically to record all the video of all the steps, and then later I'll go back and edit it and like do an official, I don't know, video. Is it official once you like clip it and make it a streamlined, presentable lesson? So I'm just hanging out sewing, working on the hat. I can show you. I get to play with camera angle again. The hat that I made to wear to Disney with the out of office is what it started out with, and then I added food and wine when we went, and Flower and Garden Festival when we went, and I also haven't added it, but I'm gonna do the Festival of the Arts because we went to that one as well, so I got a space left for that. And this will be my year of Disney hat. And then I did the ears, which were a file that I got that you put it over a headband, and I just hand stitched it down. Pretty flowers. So that's what we're doing. Fun stuff. Could be my be right back sign out of office. Yeah, it's fun. So I chose as well in doing this video to use the 17 by 11 hoop, just because it's a standard hoop that everybody has at home, and you wouldn't necessarily need to buy any special equipment or special hoops. But it can be done easier and quicker, of course, with better hoops. But if someone wanted to get started with offering this to their clients, they could this way and then upgrade the hoops later. You know. It's on the exclamation mark. It's almost done. Almost time for the big reveal. The big reveal. The font for out of office, I don't even remember like what it was or if I even saved it. Half the time this stuff I don't even save. I just pull it up and I do it and I just send it because it's just so easy to make them once you have like the steps. That sounds like something I would do. Alright, I want to look at the machine time. Let's see. So that was 13 minutes. So, and that included like the needle change and everything, so that was great. Gonna change the camera. Okay. Pull my pens out and save them. Pull it loose. Happy days. Could be any font. You could go all the way around that. It could be small like what I chose to do on this hat. But there is a quick and easy way to start hooping hats. Do you have any other questions? Otherwise, I think I have all the video footage I need for the evening. What else is there? We did everything. Dun, da, da, da. Where's the broadcast? Here it is. Here. So yeah, there's a hat. Guess I'm done. If anybody has any questions. Hi Juliet, love. See you Saturday.